My 32M fiance, 33F, is overruling me on every detail regarding our wedding day. I'm recently engaged to my fiance after 4 years together. We're currently trying to plan, and I know it's the bride's day, so I've tried to give her everything she wanted, but I feel like there's no compromise on the things I want. First off, the wedding party. She has informed me that her brother and 2 cousins will groomsmen in the wedding party. I only have one brother and a few close male friends, so I was happy to accommodate. Plus I genuinely like her brother and the one cousin that I've met. I informed her that I would like my best female friend of 20 years and my sister-in-law to be on her side. She laughed and said, "Sweetie, the bridesmaids are the bride's best friends. I don't consider them my close friends. They're not going to be in the wedding." It's true she's not terribly close with them, and when I asked that she please compromise, she shook her head, smirked and said, "It's the bride's day. I'm Catholic, she's Methodist. I belong to a church, attend every week, and receive my sacraments. I also have a priest who has known me since I was a boy who I would love to perform the ceremony. My fiancé has not been to church in 15 years. She has vetoed my church on the basis that it's stuffy and dark. She has never stepped foot in my church, and when I brought her by she refused to go in, and she's insisting we find a Methodist church by her parents' house for the ceremony. I picked out a nice restaurant midway between our parents' homes, 3 hours apart, for the rehearsal dinner, and she informed me it was too far. I told her it's tradition that the dinner is the responsibility of the groom and his family. She replied, "Well, I'm not a big fan of tradition, so we don't have to follow that." I had hoped we could find a church in this area so that it's not insanely far for either family to travel, but she insists that it needs to be close to where she grew up so her family can all be there for her. If it's something in her favor, it's tradition, it's the bride's day and that's how it's done. If it's something in my favor, we don't have to follow that, it's the bride's day. The bride gets what she wants. I feel like it's my day too, and even my slightest desires and feelings are being swallowed up. Meanwhile, most of my female friends have given me a knowing smile, told me that I need to just suck it up, give her what she wants, and accept that it's the bride's day and not about me. My male friends tell me if I want to have a happy day, I just need to hold my tongue. Sometimes I feel like if she hears I want something blue it has to be green, because if I get my way it means she doesn't, so I have to lose at everything I want. It's very draining and I just want to cry sometimes. I told her this and she started sobbing, saying I was trying to pressure her into giving up what she wants. She was a very spoiled child who got everything she wanted, so she tends to pout and throw hissy fits when she doesn't get her way. She never acted like this until we got engaged, and I'm really not liking what I'm seeing. How do I stand up for myself without being a total jerk and taking her dream day away from her? Relevant comments. It isn't her day, it's your day as a couple. She isn't willing to compromise here on anything. It's all her way or no way, even with things that matter to you, like involving your best friend in the wedding party. Have you discussed your future together? Financial decisions, houses, kids, etc. How have your arguments gone in the past? Do you ever get a say in your relationship? Are you allowed to choose your own socks? Are you willing to never have a true say in any future decision? Is this the person you want to marry? You need to sit down and have an honest hard convo about what she's become since the engagement. Tell her how you're feeling and how her actions are impacting you and how you view your future. Another comment. Alright, so what about this woman makes you think it would be a good idea to marry her after this? You're getting a preview of the rest of your life. OP's reply. It was like as soon as she got that ring she became a different person. I just want the woman I fell in love with back because I don't know who this is. Another comment. I too want to give him a bloody good shaking. Hopefully the sense would rise to the top. OP, you haven't mentioned whether you live with her or not. I hope you get the respect you deserve from her. Otherwise, she'll walk all over you, lose her respect for you if she actually has some, and you'll hate your life with her. She's warning you of her behavior. You do well to listen intently. OP's reply. We do not live together, no. We have money set aside for a down payment on a home. Another comment. Draw a line now unless you want the rest of your life to be exactly like this, especially since she already has the habit of throwing fits to get her way. Honestly, why the F would you propose to someone like that? It is just asking to be miserable forever. Sit down with her, tell her point blank that it is your wedding, too, and unless she's willing to compromise and let you have some of the things/people you want in it, there will not be a wedding at all. OP's reply. I have never seen her act like this before. I knew she was competitive, but this is another level. I feel like I don't know this person. In 4 years I would have never thought that we'd be having these issues. Another comment. I would rethink the wedding cause. Is this who you actually want to get married to? She's showing who she actually is. You have to think about the future. Holidays, renovating, baby names. Is she not going to care about your opinion on any of these? Also, a wedding's about both of you, not one. OP's reply. You just brought in a whole other dimension. So holidays, she always wants to be with her family. I did Easter and Thanksgiving with her family, so I said we could do Christmas with mine. No, that's her favorite holiday, so it has to be with hers. I went with my family and she went with hers. Easter this year I suggested we do my family, she said she's going to her family's and I can do what I want. There's no give there. She's keeping her name as well, and says she wants to give our kids her name. The former I've accepted without argument, the latter I've tried to have a discussion on. My last name is unique and I'm the last male in the line. Her name is the equivalent of Jones. So, yeah, we've had a few arguments where her only counterpoint has been, it's not what I want, so no. Update. So, I think I need to come clean, and I hope I haven't upset anyone in the process. My story is 100% true, but it happened some time ago. Despite loving my fiancée deeply, I realized this was the real her. I called off the wedding, and I walked away. She got married to someone else and had a child. I have always wondered if I simply called it quits too soon rather than try to work it out. I am planning on proposing to my current girlfriend later this year, and I have been so scared that she's going to turn into what my ex-fiancé did because I'm so hard to tolerate. I learned from a mutual friend that my ex-fiancé got divorced last year and that both of them were fairly miserable due to the fact that she didn't want to budge on anything. I read and see how much of a good neutral perspective you guys can give to everything. So I decided to set the clock back and see if I made the right choice. The replies telling me to think about the decision I was making, the private messages begging me to run, and the numerous kind words of support I received were exactly the assurance I needed to know that I can move forward with my girlfriend and know that what happened back then was not on me. I can say, without guilt, that I was in an abusive controlling relationship and the best decision I ever made was to run. I apologize for not being totally honest with you, and I'm sorry if this breaks any rules. Please know that you have helped me more than you know, and I believe I have a good happy future ahead of me.